Sunday, November 7th, on Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. Today, Lou put, helium, not helium, Lou put air inside Anthony, my Mayan calendar baby's bowl. And the Mayan calendar being a significant, symbolic alphanumeric numeral of 2012. Same child has a Roman numeral of 3 ones, which is Roman numeral 3. Just 3 Catscratch. One set of Catscratches in 3 digits. So, I took him, as usual, past the precinct with the same Roman numeral after his name as the precinct has up on its wall. I walked him up to the basketball court, and he just wanted to shoot hoops. So he did. One of the dads came up with his son, and he had interesting LI College and Champs. I have no idea what that means. It looked like baseball. Wiffle ball league and swim team, so I have no idea what that means in manland, or womanland. And I don't know how they work their symmetry or whatever out in whatever. So he said that he had a son in basketball. I said, yeah. I said I would have put him in something. I was like, but again, I was like, does it cost money? He goes, yeah. I said, yeah, so I'm not working. It's not going to work. So I asked him, I said, now he was in he's been wherever Jay has been, but not, it's a big operation. So I said to him, I was like, you know my ex-husband, Jason? And he goes, no. He's like, I'm like, you can't miss him. I was like, if you go to any of your police things, I was like, he's got a big zigzag on his head, like Harry Potter scar. I was like, it's a big forehead. And so he started laughing. He's like, no. He's like, what's his last name? And I said, Romer. And he said, oh, he's like, where was he out of? So I'm like, well, he started FTU at 102, then he went to 105. I was like, and I don't know, detective-wise, I don't know how they do that kind of stuff. I was like, is that like a section? Is that an area? I was like, honestly, after the divorce, I was like, I didn't speak about him, of him. It was like the kids went with the man on the weekend, or that guy on the weekends, and that was it. As far as I was concerned, I didn't ask questions when they came home, unless they looked like they were upset about something. So he was like, oh, and I let it go. But for me, it's just confirmation, with one side of a table. There's a DJ, Jason, thing on the FMAM. And then there's the actual Ort Cloud problem with the General's Daughter movie mention, and a whole lot of other things I got hanging up on the wall, as I get dragged back into Bayside as a 505 IET. So now, this man's son, breathing the same air my son is breathing. I'm doing my best to report in dangers that I know of, and I can visually see the best way I know how. I'm using a signaling that they usually call peasants in pageantry with an umbrella. It happens to be black and green. It's the only one I have that's large, because it's almost like a taxi. When a taxi's or the old school taxi, when it's going through, if it has its light on, usually that means it's accepting passengers or not. For me, the umbrella means I'm doing weather related service for everybody's health benefit, and I can't run the risk of, I mean, like, if you see me with the umbrella, you can't miss me. I mean, I look ridiculous. So you know that I'm working on something. So there's none of this, like, and then there's that other thing of people in the neighborhood that I don't know, or I can't, with my rhino vision, I'm not scanning them into my, like, whatever, but they're there. They can kind of gauge for themselves how many services are being sent in that we need to clean up whatever we need to clean up in the ghost town, because there's Main Street USA shipping and containment issues, and then there's the ghost town security issues, and there's a whole lot of layers going on, and I don't really have designated contacts, let's call it. So for Truss and Truce, TRUSS and TRUSE, at the moment, I'm just walking with an umbrella that's black and green. So this way, they know that I'm trying to work on what air we're breathing and getting some kind of clean confirmation, because it still smells. Tonight, it's November 7th, 2021. It smells like sulfur when I walk over 40th Avenue, and when I walk in front of Bell Plaza on 43rd. So for me, it's present. It's there tonight. So that's an issue. But again, these are larger issues, but we keep quiet. Not everybody knows what it's about, but I've contacted FDNY. They said they were going to contact DEP, and I don't know how that chain of command and protocol works, but for any concerned citizens that live in the area, I did report. I just don't know what the protocols are for safe citizen or safe civilian or safe human or safe alien in this alien nation designated in a state of New York, where my Unity piece is working out of, trying to safely stay off the wrong radar and fixing the correct pieces. So that happened simultaneously. When I was on the basketball court, I did mention to George, I said, Anthony was shooting hoops by himself, and George was with his son, and the sun was really, really obnoxiously bright at one point. And I had the umbrella up, and I was standing there, and there was another gentleman, but I do not know, he didn't identify himself, and I do not know I was not taking scan or whatever. And Anthony was shooting hoops in the sun, in the hot sun. And my heels were starting to hurt. I started lifting my heels up and, like, shifting my weight. And then Anthony came over, and I went to touch him, and I shocked him. Like, almost electric shock. It happens sometimes. They call it static charge, where, like, you touch someone and they go, zzz. Usually it's on a carpet, though, but in this area, whatever, I've got natural laws of physics broken, so not by myself, it's just I'm in an area where it was broken, and so now I'm functioning best I can within the broken laws of physics. Not that I broke them myself, it's just I can't help but function in the way that my body machina is thrown into this situation. So by accident, I shocked my son with my fingertip. It was not a big whatever, but, like, he felt it. Then I didn't think much of it. I was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. And I said, you feel it? And he goes, yeah. So then he went back to the room, and then it happened again. And my heels of my feet, the part over here, just started, like, just really hurting. So then all of a sudden, Anthony, out of nowhere, doesn't say anything, just runs two court. They're just hoops. They're not like, there's no court side like drawn on the pavement. I think there's like 3 and then 4, 5. There's 5 different hoops in this one gigantic courtyard, but nothing, just so the kids could get, have enough space. So he runs over to the boy from his school, and they start playing. Because now he wants interaction. He doesn't want to just shoot hoops. So, and then I start speaking to George, and I'm like, wow, because I could feel it immediately. I walked from the sunshine part of the play yard on Blacktop to the shaded part, and then all of a sudden my heels weren't hurting as bad. And I mentioned it to George, because again, it's like, it's all these little things that are drastically important, and they add up. But I don't know. Do I need to document them with a human? Or do I need to just document them on my private medical journal, piece as it happens with a date? I'm not quite sure how to protect myself in this situation from all levels of things hiding in shadows and shadow corps and all sorts of nasty areas, since Jason 1976 got a Harry Potter scar and I got 2 tiger claw marks after a relationship that I never wanted to happen, and I lost somehow Nicholas in the, he had a naming ceremony. I don't know what that means, and I don't know what area does that, but he took my name to protect me and to marry me, and so that way we were bonded in some human way that the other people knew, since I was born into some human whatever. Linda being L-I and then an N-D-A right in her name, and she's the 3rd child of a 10-child chain of humans, or whatever they're being called. I don't have a name for it. So that happened. So I have this umbrella. I don't know what to do with it, because I don't know if I'm upsetting people. I don't know why I would be upsetting people. But I kind of have to have, like, almost like that pilot light is on, because I'm doing health work and monitoring this area that I'm stuck in that I know is unhealthy. I can feel it's unhealthy. And there's other living creatures here that might not know what kind of conditions are going on, and I don't want to, if I don't say something, can I get in trouble? If you say something, can you get in trouble? So now how do I protect myself? That is the question, isn't it? Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It is November 7th, 2021. It's a Sunday. Same Sunday, by the way, that Raptor, R-A-P-T-E-R, I think, the dinosaur, came on with that UN commercial, or United Nations commercial. And then afterwards, I'm thinking they're talking about climate change and these drastic ecological changes, and I'm like, Rapture. That's interesting. Spoof or spin on the raptor, the rapture. But then again, I don't know what those words mean to humans, so I'm gonna just try to figure it out on my own. Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken.